The residents of Millhaven had always respected the sea, but none could have predicted the terror that would rise from its depths during the worst storm in a century. The first creatures emerged from the harbor, twisted amalgamations of fish and human, their scales glistening in the rain as they dragged themselves onto the docks with surprising speed. Emma froze at the diner window, coffee pot still in hand, as she watched the impossible parade of monsters advancing up Main Street toward the town square. Within an hour, they had surrounded the town hall where Mayor Collins had organized an emergency shelter, their numbers growing as more emerged from the increasingly violent sea. The mayor, voice barely steady, told the huddled survivors that according to the harbor master, these creatures had been spotted in deep waters for weeks, but no one had believed the old sailor's wild tales. Old Pete, who had spent 60 years on these waters, fought off three of the beasts with nothing but his fishing harpoon before they dragged him into the churning darkness. As night fell completely, the townspeople realized with growing horror that the smaller creatures were just scouts. Something far larger was moving toward shore from the depths. Sheriff Lydia organized the survivors at the old church, knowing that their makeshift barricades would buy them hours at most against the relentless siege. Thomas, the lighthouse keeper, fought his way through the horde with a desperate plan. The ancient nautical texts in his family's collection had spoken of similar invasions centuries ago and how they might be repelled. As the creatures began scaling the lighthouse walls, Thomas activated the ancient wards, causing the beam to pulse with an unearthly blue light that cut through the storm and made the invaders shriek in what sounded almost like recognition. By dawn, the creatures had retreated back to the depths, leaving the battered town standing, but the survivors knew with grim certainty that this was merely the first assault in a war that had been waged in cycles since time immemorial.